Hi everybody, it's Steph here, and today what we're going to show you is an absolutely beautiful example of a vintage Swan Mabie Todd fountain pen. Now this particular pen is dated in the region of the 1930s, around about 1934, which we'll show you in a moment. And as you can see, this gorgeous pen comes in this solid silver overlay. Now the pens of this particular era came in different designs. The basic versions obviously were in a black hard rubber, but they also came in these silver overlays. They also came in solid gold overlays, and the patterns were obviously different as well. Some of them just had a silver or a gold barrel, some had a silver or gold cap. So there's lots of different variations. As I say, this particular one comes in this beautiful engine turned solid silver overlay. Now the size of this particular pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel on this one is approximately 138 millimeters. Around the barrel here it's approximately 10 millimeters in diameter. So as you can see from the diameter, it's actually quite a slim pen. Now as I said, this particular one is a self filler, which means what we do, we simply turn this knob down at the bottom here, which we'll show you in a moment. To the top of the cap there, you can see it's got this very recognizable Swan ball clip, and if we show you to the top there, I'm hoping you can actually see it there to the top. It's got the word Swan to the top of the clip there, and to the clip itself it actually tells us, well, it's silver hallmarked, and it's got the MT and Company, which stands for Mabie Todd Company. And then on the clip it's also got the letter U, the lion peasant, as well as the leopard peasant as well. Now the letter U on the date letter there dates the cap to 1935. Now a little bit unusual, because if we turn it over and show you the hallmarks to the bottom of the barrel there, again it's got the Mabie Todd Company. This particular, on the barrel here, you'll notice it's actually got the letter T. Now the letter T obviously dates this pen to 1934, and again we've got the lion peasant, the 925, the leopard's head, which tells us it's London as well. So as you can see, from the hallmarks to the barrel here and the hallmarks to the clip here, there's actually a year in between them, i.e., as we said, 1934 and 1935. But as I say, that'll actually date the pen for us. Now on this particular pen there's no actual model number, but what we have to the bottom of the barrel, again if I show you, and again what I'll try and do is keep it nice and still, but what we've actually got to the bottom of the barrel there, I'm hoping you can actually see that. What it's actually telling us, it says Swan Pen, Mabie Todd Company Limited, and then just underneath there it has Made in England. And to the bottom there you can clearly see the knob to the end of the barrel, which we need to turn to actually fill the pen. As we said, the knob at the bottom here allows us to fill the pen. It's a self-filling pen, which means that what we do by simply just turning the knob here like so, what that in turn does is turns a bar inside, which in effect sort of scrunches up the sack inside, and then once you tighten the knob back up again, the bar moves and the sack inside opens up again and then draws in the ink into the sack. Now let's take off the cap, which is a screw-on cap, and again if we show you sort of different angles so you can actually see the pen in a little bit more detail there. As you can see, a beautiful, beautiful example of this lovely vintage pen. If we go to the top here, you can see the solid silver overlay carries on over the section there, and then to the top, what you'll actually see that we've actually got a lovely Swan number 2, again Mabie Todd Co Ltd gold nib. And if we turn it over, you'll see there we've got the standard Swan feed underneath there, and if we just give you a sideways version there, absolutely lovely. So as we say, a Swan number 2 nib to the pen. Now at this point, what we'll actually do, let's bring some ink on, and again, just to reiterate, what we do, we just simply turn the knob here once we've dipped the nib into the ink. So I dip the nib into the ink, we turn the knob and then turn it back again. Just leave it in for a couple of seconds, give it a little shake like so, get a little bit of tissue just to wipe off any excess, and at this point what I'll do is bring on a pad with a little bit of paper, and let's do a little bit of a writing sample. So what we have here is a Swan, and this particular one is a self filler or a self-filling pen. As we said before, as we showed you, this particular one we date in the region of the 1930s, but more in particular 1934. If we give you the figures of 8s like so. At the moment the pen is writing with a fine line, although as you can see there, if I actually put a little bit of pressure on the downward stroke, there's actually quite a bit of flex within this particular nib. So it's actually a very, very nice writer, very smooth. And as we said, in fact what we'll do, let's just put a little pressure on the downward stroke there, and as you can see, let's show you the writing sample. So as you can see, on the downward stroke we've got a broad line, the cross stroke is a fine line, so we've got quite a bit of flexibility within this particular nib. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful writer. So let's pop the cap back on like so, screw it back on, and there we have it. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful vintage Swan Mabie Todd Co Ltd fountain pen. This is the slim version. It is dated in the region of the 1930s, 1934. Let's give you a twizz a little bit, different angles, and if we give you sort of a close-up, let's try and show you the engine turn pattern. You can see it's got sort of stripes running the length of the pen, and within them stripes there's actually a wavy kind of pattern. But all in all, absolutely beautiful, beautiful pen. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this pen as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you. Don't forget, I've got plenty more videos on my channel. Go and take a look, and why not leave a comment as well. But for now, I'll just simply say bye bye now.